Naturally graceful. This is a really good curly girl interview. Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad y'all are here. Today we have an epic, awesome, amazing curly girl interview with the lovely Nina, Miss Naturally Graceful over on Instagram. Here's a person who is really doing everything she can possibly do to help you embrace the hair that you are fearfully and wonderfully made with. Her perspective, her knowledge, and her insights on hair are profound. She blew my mind. Y'all are gonna love this interview. And I'll stop talking now. Let's hear her talk. Let's get straight to this interview. Hey there, how are you?
I'm excited.
Thank you so much for coming on. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Nina and I go by Naturally Graceful online, and I am been natural since 2011, and since 2017 I've been gray or dye free, and I'm just really excited that you were able to have me on here to talk about my curly girl journey, to encourage someone else to embrace their roots, embrace the curls or waves or whatever it is that you have, the crown that you have. So yeah, I help women primarily right now who are going through their gray hair transition.
That I think is something that is incredibly important because I fully understand if someone wants to dye their hair, and I think you can wear your waves and curls and dye your hair, but there's something really special about the crown that you have going on. It gives me chills. It makes me so happy.
Thank you. And similar to our curls and waves, the beautiful thing about this journey is it's way more than just like the way you style your hair. It's becoming more comfortable in your own skin and loving yourself more and not feeling like you have to change something about who you are. Like, there's options. So I agree with you. There are many women who I don't judge if they decide they want to still dye their hair. I miss dyeing my hair. It's just I didn't feel like chasing my roots every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. That's generous. Every week. It was
Oh, wow. So your hair grows very fast.
it grows fast. And also I'm a head sweater. So I know you're gonna ask questions about how I came into it, but yeah.
Yes, those questions are coming. So, can you describe your hair type? Fine, coarse,
My
all the
hair is
things.
my hair, I believe it's type 4. It's fine and it's very coily. Like, I have lots of shrinkage. Um, you would be surprised how long it is. I actually just straightened it a week or two ago. And I'm also relearning my hair now that it is gray, and it loves to be in a wash and go state. It's You could think of my curls like inside of a pin, like that little
Okay.
spring. That's
Yes.
how my curls are. And yeah, like I said, I went natural in 2011. And mostly because I would get a relaxer to straighten my hair chemically, and it wouldn't last because I would sweat so much. So I
Gotcha.
was like, you know what? Again, this is why I'm so excited you're doing these interviews, because YouTube was why I decided to do it, because I saw other women like me. And I was like, yay, if they could do it, then I could do it too. And you get to learn your hair. You come back to you, instead of just like going, I would go to the salon and just sit there and they would do my hair. Now I was learning.
That is really cool. And you have your own YouTube channel too.
Yes, I do. It's called Naturally Graceful. And like I said, I do all things gray hair there, as well as talk a little bit about my life. I am a mom of a 6-year-old now, and I'm special needs mom. And I'm also a chronic warrior. So I talk about different things of my life. And through my hair journey, chronic illness, and motherhood, I've learned the importance of self-compassion. So with any journey that we're on, there are challenges, and the more gentle we are with ourselves and open to that change, the easier it can be. Doesn't mean it's not challenges, but it's a lot easier to get through.
Nina, you're going to make me cry. Wow. I've been following you online for a very long time now. I believe it was either late 2018 or 2019 when I started stalking you on Instagram. And I knew we had some similarities, but wow, hearing you talk, it's like everything you're saying is resonating deep in my soul.
Yes.
So you decided to stop relaxing your hair because of the head sweating. Is that kind of what made you go, I might as well just go ahead and start wearing my hair natural?
Um, it was like I said, YouTube. When I saw that, because when I didn't know what my texture was like, my mom had been straightening or relaxing my hair for a long time, so there was this fear of what is underneath. What is
Okay.
when you first have a couple of weeks of new growth before your next touch up? It feels very coarse. It feels very different than your relaxed hair. So I was nervous. So what I decided to do is I wanted to grow it out. Um, but I got my hair kind of cut like this. It was a little bit longer on the top, just so I could kind of see how it
Ah.
would regrow up. And I loved it. I was like, oh, they're little tight curls. So it was getting to know myself again and realizing like I can do this. I would not have made that choice honestly if I didn't see other women do it. It helped to they showed me the possibility. They showed me what it could be. And then I also learned from my own journey what it could be as well.
Is there anyone in particular who you remember seeing when you first started looking on YouTube and you're like, okay, if they can do it, I can too?
Absolutely. There were so many, and I'm probably not going to remember all their names, but one for sure who we all still know, Natural 85, was a really big one. There was also Mahogany Curls. Our hair textures
Yeah.
are a little bit different, like hers are looser than mine, but I will never forget her doing a wash and go in her bathroom. And it's so nice to see our YouTubers. We knew them from the beginning and then see them now. So just seeing women do their hair in the bathroom, it made it very attainable. Like, I can do this. It's not too hard. I mean, there's some trial and error, but it can be done.
So when your hair started going gray, what were the biggest differences you noticed between when your hair had color in it, not color, but like was
Yeah,
still pigmented? There we go, naturally pigmented, and
right.
then no longer naturally pigmented. There we go.
Well, for sure, I just talked about this recently on my channel, the importance of letting go of our expectations of what we think, because especially when you're deciding to go gray, there has to be this mindset shift. You can't expect your hair is going to do the same thing it did or use the same products that it did. My hair loves gel. It
Okay.
helps to keep the style. And anytime I try and straighten my hair is when I see more frizz, I see more dryness. But when I have it like this in its naturally coily state, it's very happy. So I've learned to listen to my hair and not go against it.
Like not have an expectation of which products you need to be using, but realizing that there was a big change in your hair. So the needs of your hair are going to change, and that affects which products that you wind up picking.
Absolutely. It's amazing how different gray hair is from your naturally colored hair or pigmented hair, the melanin that's in there, and how it's just really also a part of the aging process. For everybody, it's different. So I don't want to say that just because this was my experience, that'll be what yours is. But definitely, like you said, just being open to if something's different, not thinking you're doing something wrong with your hair. It's like, oh, my hair is changing. It might be a little bit more frizzy in humid climates or in the summertime than usual, or maybe before you can do twists in different styles, and then now your gray hair is telling you something different. So being open to what your hair is telling you.
Have you noticed, is it that your hair wants more moisture? In your experience, what has been the change?
Um, I've noticed a lot of women telling me they deal with frizz or that their gray hair has a mind of their own. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Some women also experience lack of definition once it goes gray, and
Okay.
This is a illustration that I've used that helped me to understand it. Like if you ever got boots before at the store, especially the ones that come up to your knee, they usually have like a mold or something in there to help it to keep its shape. So the melanin and also the
Oh,
or the core part of the cuticle, it changes. You know, there's less in there. So that kind of it goes a little to the left, a little to the right. Not everybody's like that. It depends on your, you know, if you wear your hair straight most of the time, you may not have that issue. But I noticed for me, when it's like this and it has gel on it, it's happy, it's sealed. I noticed that
okay.
it is a bit thinner when it's gray than when your hair is melanated. Like I still have some dark colored hair and I notice it responds, it feels differently. Like this patch that I'm known for is amazing, but it needs more help, more layering because it's almost transparent, it has almost no melanin in it.
That
So
is absolutely fascinating. That is the best analogy ever. I've heard a lot of people, they say that they feel like their hair, oh, the oh blessed protein moisture balance. They're like, my gray hair needs both protein
yeah,
and moisture in large quantities. And
yes,
the analogy of the boot not having the support makes everything
yeah.
make so much sense.
Yeah. And then, like I said, then you don't feel like, oh, I'm doing something wrong. It's like, that might be what your hair is doing. And you might, your gray, the percentage, your gray hair pattern also has to do with it. You may not have a white patch like me. You might have salt and pepper, you know, so your hair is going to respond differently than my hair. So, like the pattern, there's so many things to factor in. But for me personally, I noticed that my hair is in love with wash and goes. And I think it's because of the gel. Um, Nicely coating it, or sometimes I'll put a gloss, a clear gloss on my hair, and that's something that can help lay the cuticle. Not everyone who goes gray can have a higher porosity. So when you have high porosity hair, then,
Okay.
yeah, it fascinated me. I thought it was just,
I
you know,
love this. This is
stop
so
dyeing
cool.
my hair, but it's so much more.
So you've been wearing your hair in its natural state for a very, very long time. Oh, wait, it's 2021 and you started
In
in
2011,
2011.
10
10 years. Ah! So you are a seasoned veteran at this.
yes, yes, I am.
What does your travel routine look like? What products are you taking? What are the essentials that do make the cut to go in the suitcase? And which ones just go ahead and stay home?
Now, what's really cool about that and with my wash and goes, and again, this is me personally, you may find it different for yourself, but I can do a wash and go like this and it can last me at least 2 weeks, depending on the products that I use. So sometimes if we're going away, if I do a really good wash and go to start, then I'm just bringing with me a refresher, like some uh, Flairosol with distilled water and some essential oils, or I like the As I Am refresh spray.
Oh,
And
I've never tried that. Okay.
so I do that. I bring a shower cap with me because my hair is like this now, but when I go to sleep at night, it does get smashed. So I'll just put a little water and do the greenhouse effect with the shower cap.
And that's like steaming it. That's a steam refresh.
Yes. So I don't even have to reapply product to my hair. I may bring a gel with me to help, you know, if I want to do my sides or refresh a little bit. But if I do really good before I leave, I'm not really bringing that much hair products. I do bring my satin bonnet with me, of course, at night. And I bring my pillowcase too. Not the actual pillow, but a pillowcase for whatever pillow is there.
Yeah.
It's for your skin too.
It
Like, I
feels
don't,
good.
yeah.
That is definitely something that has started making its way into my I'm now old. I have to sleep on a specific pillow or my neck kills me, you know.
And you know what? Let's change that. You know what it is that makes you feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Because this is something
Yes.
we're working on. You know, there's so many narratives about old and age that I'm working on. Even me too. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah,
I love that. No, yes. I know what works for me and
that's
I'm going to
right.
bring what works for me.
It doesn't that feel different instead of like, oh, I'm old, and I'm guilty of it too. But I try my best This journey has definitely helped me with the mindset and self-love part of
I
it.
definitely have a problem with self-deprecating humor. I really like self-deprecating humor. And I need to quit. Like, enough's enough already. And you are so right.
Yeah.
What is the best piece of advice that you would give someone who is just like cracked the door, is peeking into this whole world of this? What piece of advice do you give someone who's just starting?
The hard part is going to be trying to minimize it and to compact, but I would say the most important is listen to your hair. Be open. You can hear myself, you can hear Courtney, others. It can be very easy to be overwhelmed with all the things that you hear. um, Trial and error is also going to be something you're going to hear a lot, because what may work for me may not work for you, but your hair will let you know. And listen to it and be open to trying different things. You won't know until you try. That was the case for me with being natural as well as going gray. So yeah, I would say listen to your hair and be open to trial and error. And you can also change your mind too, like, because I think sometimes we're afraid to make a step because we think that that's it. It's not
Yeah,
permanent. You can try it. If it doesn't work, you can go back to what works.
I love that. Were there any really big obstacles that you had to overcome in order to get through the process of going natural and going gray?
I would say comparison. We know the quote that says comparison is the thief of joy. And there's also a quote that I found that beautifully says, there's nothing wrong with admiring others' beauty as long as it doesn't cause you to question your own. So,
Oh, I got chills.
right?
That was good.
So like you can admire the curlies and watch the videos, but don't say, well, my hair doesn't do that, so it's not beautiful, or my gray hair is not like that. When I went gray, I wanted my hair to be salt and pepper. I didn't
Yeah.
like the whiteness. Now I love it. So it's not realistic, I would say, that you won't compare, but when you do compare, just catch yourself and admire it without making that mean that you're less than whatever it is that you're admiring.
Nina, thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much for coming on. Guys watching, y'all know the drill by now. There's this little arrow right there underneath me. Push the arrow. It'll open up the description box, and go follow Nina everywhere. You need some more of this in your life. And Nina, thank you again so much for coming on. We really appreciate you.
I appreciate it. It was great. A pleasure.
Guys, isn't Nina just wonderful? Right? Like, I just want to give her a giant hug, but I can't. But I want to. So I'll give her an internet hug. Y'all should go give her an internet hug too. Open up the links in the description down below. Follow her everywhere. We all need some more Nina in our lives. Right? Right. Okay. I hope y'all are having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.